What's going on? It's your boy Mr. All-In, aka the Cash Man. And right now, I want to talk to you about two things: knowledge and opportunity. But before I do that, I want to share with you what is on the front page of USA Today on Tuesday, April 24th, 2012. It talks about the cost of financial literacy. Millennials are just the latest generation to struggle with dollars and cents. Yet, this enduring national problem isn't getting any better. $25,000 is the average student loan debt for class of 2010. $1,800 is the average credit card debt for those 20 to 29. 12.4% is the unemployment rate for those 18 to 29. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. There is a system to success. You can ask Oprah, you can ask Mark Zuckerberg, you can ask Steve Jobs, rest in peace, ask his widow. You can ask Donald Trump. There's a system that you must follow in order to be successful. Now, before we get started, if somebody sat you down so you can watch this and they're standing over you, whether they're on your left or they're on your right, I want you to look at them and say thank you. Now, if somebody sent this to you via email, Facebook, or just a link on Twitter, social network, whatever it is, make certain at the end of this video, or even right now, just send them a quick reply that says thank you. The reason that you're thanking them is because the person that had you watch this, they care about you. They care about your success. They care about your future, and they care enough about you to share with you the knowledge that they have. Now, before I get started, I'm not selling you anything, and I don't want you to buy anything. All I want is your undivided attention while I share with you some knowledge. Most people make you pay thousands of dollars to get what I'm about to give to you. So please, just give me your undivided attention, because the knowledge that I want to share with you is why you need a home-based business, especially if you have a job. Let me paint a picture for you. President Barack Obama says the backbone to America is small businesses. Small businesses are home-based businesses. Let me correct that. A home-based business is a small business. A small business, by definition, is any business that has less than 500 employees. You wonder how Mitt Romney can make millions of dollars and pay zero in taxes? You wonder how GE can make billions of dollars in 2009 and pay zero in taxes? You wonder how Apple, yes, the Apple, Steve Jobs, that Apple, how they can avoid paying an additional $2.2 billion in taxes? It's because they take advantage of tax breaks. It's because they know the rules of the game. And what I have for you today is 4 rules of the game of why, if you have a job, you will always be just over broke. But if you have a job, you need a home-based business. If you don't have a job and you have just a home-based business, what I want to share with you is 4 reasons you need to have a home-based business. And the first reason isn't because it's the backbone of America. Reason number 1. Tax benefits. There are 7 722 tax benefits that you get by having a home-based business. These are the same 722 tax benefits that the big boys get. I'm talking Mitt Romney, Apple, Nike. Did you know that the NFL, a non-for-profit, yeah, they get an opportunity to take advantage of these same tax benefits. There are 722 tax benefits that you get the opportunity to take advantage of by having a home-based business. Just have a job and don't have a home-based business, you can kiss these goodbye. Now, what I'm going to do is only focus on 4, because these 4 I know everyone has. Cell phone. Got a cell phone? Sprint, Verizon, Singular's gone. But whoever you have, a cell phone. Your cell phone bill that you pay every month that you will never get an opportunity to pay off now becomes a tax deduction. How about gas? You gotta drive, you gotta get to work, you gotta get to a client, you gotta put gas in somebody else's car. Gas. Gas is something else. It only keeps going up. We get a little bit of break, but gas, it's only going up. Instead of being pissed off every time you have to go fill up your gas tank, or mad talking about I'm only gonna put $10 in just to get me through, now you can be happy when you go into the gas station, because gas now becomes a tax benefit because you have a home-based business. How about food? You gotta eat breakfast, dinner, lunch. Oh, right now you're probably cutting out one of those meals because you can't afford to keep paying these meals. With a home-based business, food now becomes a tax benefit. I told you the person that has you watching this cares about you. What you should do is look at them right now and say, so you're taking me to eat, huh? And just nod your head and watch them smile at you. 4th is entertainment. Entertainment now becomes a tax benefit. You have guys such as Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, that go to the gentleman's club and they blow $1 million. Why can they blow $1 million? It's a tax benefit to them because they're doing entertainment, and entertainers entertain. It's work. They now have a benefit to be at the gentleman's club. I'm a rattler. And we have things called the FAMU Florida Classic. We have the Florida Classic and we have the Atlanta Classic. I go, that's entertainment for me because I go and talk about business. My tax benefit is entertainment. Well, entertainment becomes a tax benefit. There's 722 others. I've only talked to you about 4. That's the first reason that you need a home-based business. Tax benefits. The second reason that you need a home-based business, especially if you have a job, I'm going to jump right into it. Pay raise. It's all about pay raise. Can you walk into your job tomorrow and ask for a pay raise and get it? No? You giving me that look like, really, dude? Yes, really. Can you walk into your job and get a pay raise? If there's somebody standing to your left or your right that asks you to come here, give them that look like, a pay raise, dude? A pay raise, hun? Really? I can walk into my job and get a pay raise just because I have a home-based business? Yes, you can walk into your job tomorrow if you have a home-based business and get a raise. I'm not pulling your finger. How? W-4. Every time you work, every time you're employed in the United States of America, you have to fill out this form called a W-4. Your W-4 form, it has 2 parts. On the top, it talks about dependents. On the bottom, it talks about allowances. Line item 4, number 5 on your W-4 asks, how many allowances are you claiming? So let me get a little bit personal right now. If you're married, you probably have about a 2 or 3, right? Right? If you're single, you probably have a 0 or maybe a 1. Maybe if you're single, got a child, probably got a 1, huh? Why? Why? Go ahead. Either say the answer out loud, why, or look at the person and tell them, you know what, this dude's right. How did he know that? Tell them why. You probably put that number because someone at HR told you to. Well, guess what? I used to work HR and I used to tell people wrong all the time. All the time, I was telling people wrong. I was telling people, look, if you're single, put a 1. If you're married, put a 2. This line item number 5 has nothing to do with dependents. It asks about allowances. Now, consult with your CPA, but my CPA has taught me that allowances in layman terms is how much money hard-earned work, how much of your hard-earned working money you get to keep from your paycheck, how much you get to keep, and how much the government gets to keep. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm doing 100% of the work, I want 100% of the pay. So, the lower the number that you have, the more money the government gets to keep. The higher the number that you have, the more money you get to keep. Now, what's the highest number you can put on a W-4, you might be asking? You can actually put up to 99. Google it. And if you don't believe me, you can go to irs.gov and they'll tell you this. It's right in plain sight. We just don't want to take the time to learn it. But I'm glad somebody cared enough about you to sit you down just to explain the benefits of why you need to have a home-based business. And especially if you have a job, because you could walk in to your job tomorrow and fill out and ask for your W-4 form. You can go to line item number 5, and if you are single, meaning non-marital, don't have any kids, the line item number 5 needs to say at least 20. If you're married, that line needs to be at least 30. Yes, at least 30 or 20. Now you might be looking at the person next to you like, yo, what is this dude talking about? If you're sitting there by yourself, you like, really Cash? Really? 20 dude? Yes, 20. Consult with your CPA. I'm not a CPA, but I've consulted with my CPA. Now what happens is, it's a mathematical equation. So what you're telling the government is, yes, this number 20, I have the right deductions to make certain I don't have to pay y'all anything later. So it usually takes about one paycheck, one pay cycle for that increase on your check to take place. I usually show people how they can get between $300 to $600 extra per month on their check. It doesn't matter if you work for the states. It doesn't matter if you work for the feds. It doesn't matter if you work at Finish Line. It doesn't matter where you work. If you have a W-4, change your line item number 5 to 20 if you're single, not married, 30 if you're married with children, married and or with children. Change it and see if you don't start getting an increase on your job, aka a pay raise. That's the second reason. It's your money. You're the one doing all the work. You need to be the one getting all of the money. Now I know what you're thinking. If I start getting my money now, won't I owe the government come tax time? That leads us to number 3. The third reason that you need a home-based business is tax deductions. Now, Remember when I talked to you about tax benefits? I said there's 722 of them, but we only talked about 4. Cell phone, gas, food, and entertainment. I told you that you can get a pay raise, which is the second reason why you need a home-based business. And now you're looking at me talking about, won't I have to pay back the government if they don't take out taxes throughout the year? Let's look at it this way. How many times do you deal with the government when it comes to taxes? Once, right? So if the government, for 12 months out the year, let's say they take $3,000 from you, and then at the end of the year, come tax return time, they give you back $2,500. Who's winning? You or them? See, what happens is the government took your money, invested your money, flipped your money, made money off your money, and gave you the interest that they made and pocketed the rest. So they took $3,000 and they gave you $2,500. Who's winning? Once the government gets it, you're never going to get it back. So now you have some tax deductions because you have a home-based business. Your cell phone bill that we talked about. Your cell phone bill, the average cell phone bill in America right now is $100 a month. That's $1,200 for the year. That becomes 100% tax deduction. The gas that you put into your vehicle, the gas that you put into somebody else's vehicle is 100% tax deduction. The average right now is $50 per week. That's $200 a month. That's $2,400 for the year. It's 100% tax deduction. The food that you eat, food that you're paying for, all you got to do is talk to somebody about business. Make it a business transaction every time you eat. People want to know. People don't know the benefits of having a home-based business. Just share this with them. 50% tax deduction. Entertainment. Woo, woo. We know some ballers out there that they doing it. But let's just say entertainment, $24,000 for the year. It's $1,200 tax deduction. Food, let's just say $2,400 for the year. That's 50%. That's $12,000. I just showed you $6,000 to $8,000 in tax benefits. Remember we talked about this here with the pay raise? Remember we talked about the pay raise? That's number 2. The pay raise. $6,000 to $8,000. If you paying, let's just say the government says you owe at the end of the year $4,000. I just showed you $6,000 to $8,000 in tax deduction just off of 4. There's 722 of them. Who's winning? Get your money now. You're the one waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning, gotta work 9 to 5, only get a 30-minute lunch break. You don't take your 15 minutes that they give to you. You come back early from lunch on that 30. Get your money. You're working hard. The third reason that you need to have a home-based business is since you have the tax benefits, now you get the tax deductions. And let's just say this is only $6,000. The government says that you owe $4,000. You show them, no, you owe me $2,000. And we still got one more. My favorite. Like I said, this is my favorite. The fourth reason and the final reason of why you need a home-based business. More money. That's it. More money. Because if you got a job and you have a home-based business, if your business is to do dog grooming, people are going to pay you to groom their dog. People are going to pay you to walk your dog. If you're doing internet marketing, let's just say you're doing what I'm doing right now and you're giving knowledge, people are going to pay you to receive that knowledge. You get more money. More money. what is this image right here? Corporate America versus your America. See, with this right here, when they talk to you about climbing the corporate ladder, you know, you work 60 hours a week and then you get a promotion to manager. Then you got to work 35, well actually you got to kind of work a little bit more of the hours. But then when you get all the way to the top and you're the VP, you work less hours and you get paid more money. However, when you're working with corporate America, right? There's actually a cutoff of how much money you can actually make. Because unless you're the son, daughter, or son-in-law of the CEO, you will never become the CEO. Even if you worked your way from part-time employee to VP. When the CEO is ready to leave, he's going to keep the family. However, you have this thing down here called, what I like to call your America. This right here is the ultimate business structure. Because if you do a little bit of the work down here, you're going to get a little bit of the pay. See, I recommend network marketing for anybody because it's all it is leverage marketing. If you leverage a little bit of people, you leverage a little bit of the money. If you leverage a little bit more, you get a little bit more of the money. But if you leverage everything that you can, the sky is the limit on how much money you can earn. And you know what? That's it. That's the reason. Those are 4 reasons why you need to have a home-based business. That's the reason that if there's someone to your left or to your right, this is the reason they wanted you to sit down and look at this. I told you, I don't want you to buy anything. I'm not here to sell you anything. All I wanted to do was give you some knowledge of if you have a job, why you need a home-based business. If you don't have a job, stop putting all your energy looking for someone to hire you. Start a home-based business. I'm the cash man. I'm going to show you how to get the capital to be able to do whatever you want to do. There's already systems in place. And if you want to know one of the systems that I use to be able to jumpstart myself, as well as my team, and anybody else that wants to listen, I got another video for you that I guarantee you're going to have a hard time sleeping. It's going to change your life forever because it's real. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't make it real. Whatever the home-based business is that you decide to run, whatever the home-based business is that you decide to operate, best of luck. I'm here to help you. I have training videos, everything from email marketing to the secret gate to lions, tigers, and bloggers. Oh my. I'm here to help you. But the person to the left of you or the person to the right of you that showed you this, if they work with me, they're in business with me. And I want to show you what they're involved in. And if somebody sent this to you, watch the second video. Guarantee you'll like it. Cash out.